Hi everyone, so I thought I'd show you my way of breaking down a haunch. Got a lovely pair of haunches here, of a fallow. So I'll show you first of all how to get it off the H-bone, and then from there the different muscles and what you can do with them. So I used to pull the H-bone out on the table, but a friend of mine showed me this method, which actually it's a lot easier. It allows you to give it a purchase on the leg, which just helps to separate it much easier. So you want to start off holding your knife, bring it down like this, like so. As you can see, you've got a little bone in here which you need to go around, which allows you to get to the chump. Keep on putting it down around the cartilage which holds in the joint there, and then just follow it round. And being able to pull down like that just means you can put it away from the bone. It comes off nice and easily. So you do the same with the other side as well. You can hang that up and work on it easily, but that takes that out. And I'll show you how we break that down. Right, so we've got a beautiful fallow haunch here. Got your chump, and then you've got shank, and we've got the other muscles in here, which we'll break down. First thing I do is I take the shank off. It takes a bit of practice, but basically with your knife, you want to run it just there, which opens the joint up, push it in, goes through the two bones, and then pull down either side, so it opens it up like that, and then you can just take that off, and you can stew that or slow roast it, whatever you want to do. Right, so now we've got the haunch. What you can do, of course, is just take the bone out and just have it rolled if you want to have a roasting joint, or you can roast it on the bone like that. You can tie it, you end up with a lovely joint. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you its component parts today, and yeah, hopefully this will be helpful. So first of all, we'll take the chump off. There, this chump, you can steak that or you can dice it, anything like that. And now take the bone out. The way I do it is, just take this bit of junk off of here. The way I do it is that's the sort of the kneecap, I suppose, and the bone runs down like this. So I generally start with my knife there and just run it down to here. So like this, into the knot, and then all you're doing is using the tip of your knife, probably about that much, and you're just working the bone out, just following. Careful not to cut yourself, always conscious of where the knife is. Move the meat, don't around you, don't you move around the meat. And then just keep on working it out like that. And then just work that bone out. And get to the dog or for stock or anything you like. Right, so now we have our haunch open. Like I say, you can use it as a roasting joint or break it down. What you have got in here is a sciatic nerve, which is always good to take out. It basically runs between the top side and the silver side, and this is it here. So again, using your knife, just using the tip, just work it out. There it is there. Because that doesn't taste very nice, you don't want that on a steak, or even if you are just roasting it, it's very easy to take out. Just work your knife around it like that. So that's the gland in there, which is not very pleasant. You've got the kneecap, which we went around earlier, so just take that out. Like that. And now it's very easy to separate them because they're all just held together with sinew. So using the tip of your knife, again, just there's your knuckle. Now I generally use that for diced or for mince, but of course you can have that as a nice little slow roasting joint. Just put some bands around it, and that makes a very nice joint. You know, tidy them up a bit, take this off, but that's your knuckle. Then you've got this is the salmon fillet, which I'm just removing here from the silver side. So that's the salmon fillet, really lovely bit of meat, you know, beautiful steak. So fry him up, lovely. Again, this is just a little bit off the knuckle, so I mean, I again tend to dice that. You've got your silver side, which is perfect for steak, so again you can do a little joint. I tend to run the knife and take the silver side off if you're having it for steaks, because again it's pretty tough. You've got that bit, and this side as well, and then just tidy them up, square it up, and I tend to set in a nice steak there and put that in two beautiful steaks. And this is the top side. This is, I suppose, the sirloin, if you would. This is a lovely tender part, brilliant for steaks, or you know, I actually smoke some of it as well, so you have this jerky. You've got this top layer of skin here, which I always take off. Again, it's using a knife. I mean, it wants to come to pieces. It's, you know, the knife works very nicely with it. And then you have got this lump in here, which you can either leave on, or I tend to take it off, but that's again a nice bit of meat. And then you've got this beautiful muscle here, which again you can just put into steaks. So you end up with beautiful steaks, a little bit of excess there. There's your steaks. Nice topside joint. Again, like I say, you can tighten this up a bit. Like this. Just using the tip of your knife, working it nicely. And there you go. So there's your rump, knuckle, and your steaks. It's as easy as that. And then you've got a little bit of stuff here, which you can either dice, or you can mince it for a bit of mince, make some nice bolognese, or anything you like. But that is how you break down a haunch. I'd love to know your thoughts, but that's the way I do it. I hope that was helpful.